So we will be learning now the future value of compound interest. As we have already covered, those who have already seen my previous video on simple interest calculation of the future value. Now we will be covering how to find out the compound interest of the future value. Okay, so let us take the first example. So here you can see this is an example of future value compound interest. So I'll just explain you all the basic things which you should understand before moving on to the calculation of the future value. The most important part here is the number of times the interest is compounded in a year. The number of times the interest is compounded in a year, which is denoted by n. So let us understand, if the interest is compounded annually, means one time in a year, then in that case you can see here, I have already mentioned it on my screen. If the interest is compounded once in a year annually, it means n will be 1. If the interest is compounded semi-annually, means half yearly, then n will be q. When the interest is compounded quarterly means every 3 months. So 3 plus 3 6 plus 3 9 plus 3 12. So 4 times in a year. So n will be 4. And if the interest is compounded monthly, then n will be 12, which means in 1 year we have 12 months. So if it is compounded monthly, it will be 12. Keep this thing in mind. Remaining everything is very simple and easy. The only thing which you need to understand is that you should memorize the formula. So the formula for the future value using the compound interest is future value is equal to present value into bracket 1 plus r by n, the bracket close, power of nt. Okay, with the help of this example, I will explain you how to find out the future value when the interest is compounded annually, semi-annually, quarterly and monthly. Okay, so let us start. Let us begin. Just go through the question. The amount received with a deposit of 500. So this 500 is a deposit, which is our present value. At 12% interest, rate of interest, that is my R is 12%. And it is compound interest for 2 years. Now we will find out if it is compounded annually, semi-annually, quarterly and monthly. So just pay attention. Our PV, present value, rate of interest and T, that means time, will be same. What will change? Only n will change. So here our present value is 500. R is the rate of interest per 12%. Percent means 12 per 100. So we will divide 12 divided by 100. So our rate of interest, our R will be 0.12 and T is for 2 years. Now n is what? It depends on the number of times it is compounded in a year. So the first one we will try to find out when it is compounded annually. Here you can see A, annually means n will be 1. So now first we will write the formula for future value. So the formula for future value is equal to present value into bracket 1 plus r by n, the bracket close, power of nt. So now we will solve the first one, that is A. If it is compounded annually, future value is equal to, what is my present value? Present value is 500. Very simple, just follow the formula and write it. We have already mentioned all the values which is given the question. Then 1 plus our R is 0.12. 12% means 0.12. divide by n. If it is compounded annually, here you can see it is compounded annually means n will be 1 once in a year. So r divided by n is 1, bracket close, power of nt. Now nt is what here? My nt in the first one is n is 1 time t is 2. So 1 multiplied by 2. So my power of 2, 1 multiply by 2, that will be 2. Now take this on the calculator. When you take this on the calculator and then type 500 into bracket 1 plus 0.12 divided by 1 bracket close power of 2. So we will get the answer. The answer for this will come to 627.2. So this is the value if the interest is compounded annually. Now we will find it for the B when the interest is compounded semi-annually. Here everything, our P will be same, our R will be same, our T will be same. What will change? N. Here you can see N will be 2 because semi-annually means half yearly. So again we will write it down. 500 is my P. So future value is equal to present value 500. 1 plus, again R will be same, 0.12 divide by, now my N it is compounded semi-annually means N will be 2. So here the value of N will change. Again the power of NT, my N is 2 and multiply by T is 2, that will come to 4. So here you can write it down 4 or you can calculate on the calculator. So when you type it on the calculator, 500 into bracket 1 plus 0.12 divide by 2 bracket close power of 2 multiplied by 2, that is 4. So we will get the answer 631.24. So this is our answer. If interest is compounded, when interest is compounded semi-annually. Now we will find it out similarly for the C part if interest is compounded quarterly. So everything remains same. The formula future value is equal to present value. The present value is again same. My PV is same 500. Again into bracket 1 plus 0.2 because my rate of interest is 12%. Divide by n will be 4 because it is quarterly. Bracket close, n is 4 multiply by t, time is 2 years, it will come to 8. So when you will take it on the calculator, 500 into bracket 1 plus 0.12 divide by 4 bracket close 4 multiplied by 2, that is 8, you will get the answer 633.385. Now the last one, if interest is compounded monthly. Here monthly means how many months in a year? We have 12 months in a year. So if it is compounded monthly, my N will be 12. So same, future value is equal to my present value is 500 into bracket 1 plus 0.12, the rate of interest will be same. Now N, it is compounded monthly, so N will be 12. Again power of NT, NT means 12 multiplied by time, period is 2 years. So again when you calculate on your calculator, take your calculator, type 500 into bracket 1 plus 0.12 divide by 12 bracket close 12 multiplied by 2, that is 24. So we will get the answer 634.867. So this is how we calculate the future value if the interest is compound interest. Okay. So now we will do the practice. Just pay attention. A bank is offering an investment scheme with a minimum investment of 1000 for 5 years. Interest is provided at 12% compounded monthly. Again, interest is compounded monthly. So our N will be 12. So calculate the amount that will be received by you if you invested 2000 in the scheme. Now just pay attention to the question. Here two values are given, 1000 and 2000. But this 1000 is not my P. This is not my present value. It is not my amount of investment. This is the minimum investment the bank is accepting. But the amount which is invested is 2000. So this is my present value. This you have to keep it in mind. Now I tell you what we should do. First we have to write the formula. So we'll write the formula. Future value is equal to present value bracket, it is compound interest, so 1 plus R divided by N bracket close power of N2 NT. Now we will just write the values as per the formula. So present value is given. I told you it has to be 2000, not 1000. So PV is 2000. Then go as per the formula. What is next is R. R is nothing but my rate of interest, which will always be in percentage. So this is 12%. 12% means, how do you write? 12% means 12 per 100. So it will be 12 divided by 100. So you will get 0.12. Now we will write N. Go step by step as per the formula. N means it is compounded monthly. Monthly means how many months in a year? 12 months. So my N will be 12. Now we need to find out what is NT. Write the NT here itself. So T, what is my T? T is the time. Time here it is clearly mentioned. Time is what? 5 years. So T is 5. And now we will write here NT here itself so that we are not making any mistakes. N is 12 multiplied by 5. So my NT will be 60. Very simple. Now this thing we will just substitute in the formula. So future value is equal to, a formula is already ready. So future value is equal to, the present value is 2000. So 2000 into bracket 1 plus, see our R is 0.12 divided by N. N is 12 because my interest is compounded monthly. Bracket close. NT, here we have already calculated. N multiplied by 3. T, 12 into 5. So our NT is 60. So take this in on your calculator. Type 2000 is equal to bracket 1 plus 0.12 divided by 12 power of 60. So we will get the answer 3633.39. So this is my future value. Very simple and easy. Okay, so this was the exercise 1. Just for our practice, we will do the next exercise. So a bank is offering a fixed deposit scheme for 5 years under the following schemes. Option 1 at 5%, 5.5% with simple interest. Option 2 at 5% is compounded annually. So state which scheme is more beneficial if you plan to invest 5,000. So after reading this question, what did you find out? There are two options. Option 1 is simple interest. Don't forget, we have to be very careful. We have to read the question slowly, carefully. Understand the question, then write the formula. So option 1 is about simple interest, future value simple interest. Option 2 is about compound interest and annually. So my n will be 1. And 5,000 is the amount of investment. That means it is my P. So first option is what? Simple interest. So we will write here first option, option 1. I told you what we have to write. We have to write the formula. What is the formula for simple interest? Future value is equal to present value or P into 1 plus RT. Now write the value of P. What is my P? My PV or present value is 5,000. Everything is given in the question. No need to worry. R is the rate of interest. Just remember both the options rate of interest are different. So option 1 is 5.5%. 5.5 means 5.5 per 100. So 5.5 divided by 100, it will come to 0.055. Then what is my T? The T is nothing but it is a time. So the time is for 5 years. We'll write it 5. Now this value we have, we'll just put it in the formula. So future value is equal to 5,000 into bracket 1 plus R, rate of interest is 0.055 multiply by 5, bracket close. So when you take this on the calculator and finding out 5,000 into bracket 1 plus 0.055 multiply by 5, we will get the answer 6375. This is my option 1. Okay. So I will take the another color for doing the option 2. So now we will take the option 2. We will take another color. Option 2 you can see here. Now again option 2 is related to compound interest. So we will write the formula for compound interest. My future value is equal to present value into bracket 1 plus R by N bracket close power of NT. Now we will just write the value. So what is my present value? Present value is same 5,000. Then R. What is my R? Remember the rate of interest in option B is different. It is 5%. So we will write 5 divided by 100. So when 5 divided by 100, it will come to 0.05. Do the calculation here only. N is what? Number of times compounded in a year. So it is compounded annually. Annually means one time in a year. So N will be 1. Then what is my time period? T is 5 years. So my NT will be 1, that is N, multiplied by T, that is 5. So my NT is 5. So now everything is available. We just need to write here. So we'll write it in the formula. Future value is equal to my present value is 5,000 into bracket 1 plus rate of interest is 0.05. It is compounded annually, 1 in a year. So 1 and my NT is 5. Now when we take it in the calculator and calculate 5,000 into bracket 1 plus 0.05 divided by 1 bracket close power of 5, we get 6381.40. So this is what it is, my option B. Now here you can see, you can calculate, you can see in option B I am getting 6381.40 and option 1 we are getting 6375. Which one is better? Option B is better because option B is giving me more returns. So here we will write, here it is given which scheme is more beneficial. So scheme 2 is more. Just write whatever is there in the question itself, no need to worry. Scheme 2 is more beneficial. So the first option is related scheme is related to simple interest, second is related to compound interest. Okay, we'll just solve one more question for a better understanding. So again we will read, a financial product promises to pay 5% return for each year. How much an initial investment of 10,000 become in 5 years based on compound interest calculation? Assume compounded annually. So same we know, compound interest, we will write the formula, future value is equal to present value into bracket 1 plus r by n bracket close power of nt. Now here we will write the values. What is my present value? The amount of investment is 10,000. Then R. What is my R? Rate of interest is 5%. So 5% is nothing but 0.05. Then what is my N? It is compounded annually. We have to assume. We are assuming. And T is my time period, that is 5. So my NT will be 1 multiplied by 5 is equal to 5. Now just substitute the values. Future value is equal to 10,000 into bracket 1 plus 0.05 divided by n. N is 1. Power of nt. Nt is 5. Now when we take it on the calculator, 10,000 is equal to bracket 1 plus 0.05 divided by 1 bracket close power of 5. We will get the answer 1276.8. This is my answer. Simple and easy. Now to make it more clear, we will have one more solution and exercise. So now again there are two options. Just pay attention. There are two options. Azim have 8,000 to deposit in a bank over next 5 years. He has following two options. Option A, deposit at the rate of 6% simple interest. Again, simple interest, option 1. Option 2, deposit 6% compound interest, compounded half yearly. Half yearly means 2 times in a year, and will be 2. So how much amount will be received by Azim? This is Azim. How much amount will be received by Azim at the end of 5 years in each option? Which of the given option is beneficial and why? So option 1 is what? First we will write option 1. We can see it is simple interest. So write the formula. Future value is equal to present value into bracket 1 plus RT. Now we will write the formula, substitute the values. Our present value, the amount of investment is 8,000. What is our R? Rate of interest 6%. 6% means 0.06. Then what is the time period? For how much time? It is 5 years. Now just substitute it here. My future value is equal to 8,000 into bracket 1 plus 0.06 multiplied by 5. So take it on the calculator and calculate. the answer which we will be getting is 10,400. This is the returns from simple interest option 1. Now similarly we will be doing it for option 2. Now option 2 is related to compound interest. So first write the formula. Future value is equal to present value into bracket 1 plus r divided by n power of nt. Write the values. What is my present value? It is given 8,000. What is my r? R is nothing but rate of interest. Rate of interest is same. Second option also 6%, 0.06. Then write n. What is my n? It is compounded half yearly. Half yearly means n will be 2. And what is my t? Time is again 5. So my nt will be 2 multiplied by 5, that is equal to 10. Now just put it in the formula. The future value is equal to 8,000 into bracket 1 plus rate of interest is 0.06 divided by my n is 2 bracket close power of nt, that is 10. So here in option 2, when you calculate 8,000 into bracket 1 plus 0.6 divided by 2 bracket close power of 10, we'll get the answer 10751.33. So here you can make comparison. See option 1 how much? It is 10,400. Option 2 10,751. So what we will write? Which one is more beneficial? Option 2 is more beneficial. It is given in the question. You have to write from there only. No need to remember anything. Okay, so the last question we will do. Which option will deliver a higher future value after 1 year with a deposit of 10,000 at 10% compounded quarterly, or same sum deposited means 10,000 deposited at 10.10% compounded annually. So both compounded, one is compounded quarterly, one is compounded annually. So in option 1 n will be 4, in option 2 n will be 1. So just write it down. We will do the solution. We have option 1. In option 1 we will write the future value is equal to present value into bracket. Both are examples of compound interest NT. So here I will write the value. My present value is how much? The amount deposited is 10,000. What is my R? R is my rate of interest. 10% means it will be 0.1. It will be 0.1. 0.1 or 0.10 you can write. N is what? It is compounded quarterly, every 3 months. So my n will be 4. Time is how much time? 1 year. Here you can see 1 year. So time is 1. So my nt will be 1 multiplied by 4, that is 4. Now we will substitute in the formula. Future value is equal to 10,000 into bracket 1 plus 0.10, that is 10%. My n is 4 and nt is 1 multiplied by 4, that is 4. So the first option future value, when you calculate on the calculator, you will get 11,038.12. Similarly, we will be doing it for option 2. Again we will write the formula. Future value is equal to present value bracket 1 plus r divided by n, value of nt. Now just we will write the values. Our present value is again same amount 10,000. The rate of interest here is different, 10.10. So it will be 0.101. Be careful about this. Then what is my n? It is compounded annually. So n will be 1. T is 1. So my nt will be 1 multiplied by 1, that is 1. Now we'll just write it in the formula. Future value is equal to 10,000 bracket 1 plus r is what? 0.101 divide by n. N is 1. Nt is 1 multiplied by 1, which is 1. So we will get the answer. Future value is 11,010. So when we do the comparison in option 2, we are getting 11,010, and in option 1 we are getting 11,038. So we can say option 1 is better. So this is how we solve the future value of find out the future value of compound interest. So just share it with your friends. Just click on the subscribe button so that you will be receiving all my videos once I post it. Okay, we'll meet again in my next video where I'll be explaining you the present value using simple interest and present value with compound interest.